had to come over to the shop this morning to drop off the new subframe for the STI here. So I mentioned this in a couple videos that I had bought in WRX front subframe and WRX electronic steering rack. We're gonna be converting this car over to electronic steering to be able to free up a lot of space in the engine bay, because I am starting back up on blue this coming maybe Thursday. Either Thursday or Friday we're gonna be starting back up on blue, so that way, A, I can drive the 04 STI from the house to here a lot to start getting a lot of braking miles on that car to break in that new engine so we can go get that car tuned. But secondly, it is the time of the year that blue needs to come back. And it shouldn't be too bad for us. It should be pretty smooth sailing for the most part. And I know most of you guys understand that a lot of this stuff, a lot of this custom stuff takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of money because most of it is all one-off stuff. Like, we got our new oil pan for the EG. I mentioned this in a couple of videos ago. It's a fully baffled oil pan now. So it will prevent oil starvation. We actually have a modified like Killer Bee pickup for this engine, as well as like an actual flapper plate with flaps, man. We got little flaps for the oil pan too to keep the oil where it needs to be. That oil pan alone was like $1,500 just for that oil pan kit. Compared that over to an EJ where it's like 600 bucks, the stuff gets a lot more expensive. It's not only the cost alone that makes this difficult, it's the time frames, because everything is custom made. It takes time and I have absolutely no control over that. I can't go yell at JE to go make pistons faster. I can't go yell at Outfront and be like, hey, drop everything you're doing to just do this project. It takes a little bit of time, and that's been the biggest driving factor, is just waiting on a lot of these custom parts to come in since the engine failure. There's gonna be a lot of things that we're changing in this car to make it better than it was before, and I am extremely excited for it. I'm sorry about the lighting, man. It's just terrible in the morning. I don't think I've actually mentioned it on the channel. This bumper is gonna be going away. I have a Varis bumper, like a legit Varis bumper, coming from Japan to be able to match up with our carbon fiber wide body kit. I'm still like super happy with this. There's still a lot of work that needs to go into getting this body kit on the car. It's kind of just mocked up on here right now to get body lines figured out, figure out where we have to cut, figure out where we're going to need a weld. I still have to order a Varis rear bumper kit, or a Varis rear bumper, but this whole car is going to be entirely different. We're going to swap out these race whip seats with maybe some Bride Zetas. The turbo, obviously bigger is better. We went from a 6870 to a 7675. So this thing's going to make a lot more soft. Dude, it's just going to be great. Power steering's going to be going away. It's going to free up a lot of space. I am very excited for what is going to be coming. And then the other real big thing that we're gonna have to do that's gonna be really labor intensive is building a brand new engine harness. So I've got a brand new Haltech harness here. Like I said, the stuff gets expensive and I've just been stockpiling a lot of these parts so that way when the time comes, which it's coming this week, we can start on this car and we're not gonna be waiting on a lot of custom parts to come in. So there's my spiel on the Blueberoo. My goal is to have this car running by like June. We'll see how realistic that is. It will be running within the next couple of months. I can guarantee you that. My goal is June, but we have our WRX subframe here. My WRX steering rack should be delivered today or tomorrow. I'll drop that off over here once that gets here. I'll keep going on it. But my axle is out for delivery on the 04 STI, so let's go get that car running and driving today. By the power of video editing vested into me, we have an axle. You didn't have to wait for it. I did. I had to wait like 4 hours for this since I shot that last clip for this axle to get dropped off. But we have our DSS Pro 750 horsepower capable axle for the STI, since all OEM ones are on back order. So let's get this thing installed. Let's get some gear oil put in the transmission. We'll bolt up that whole wheel assembly up there, or the whole hub assembly, get the wheel put back on it, get it back on the ground and start this thing. I want to hear this STI live. Oh, I also got the electronic power steering rack, but I'll show you guys that later. That's not as exciting right now. Those do actually look really good.
They're fresh.
You like them?
Yeah.
Those are Matt's new wheels, ain't mine.
I've been looking for split sevens for so long.
Dude, they clear Brimbos.
Like a lot.
Like with a mile.
The S402 uses a split seven. So
what's the sizing on these?
The same as those, exact.
Oh, that would explain why they fit the same.
Yeah, 18 by 8.5 plus 35.
I like those. Those are the Apex.
I was looking for a split seven for like forever. And then when we looked online, when 1552 hit you up, I was like, dude, they have a split seven.
Yeah, they're good. And then if you guys want some 1552s, I'll have my discount code down below in the description. Save some money on a set. Those look good. I like them. I think they'll look good on the Legacy.
And they're not black.
You're right. That's my thing, is I'm not a huge fan of just straight black wheels.
I thought they'd be black, and then once they showed up and they're like more of a dark gunmetal.
You got Bluetooth tires on these things, man. So now that we've got all this sorted, we need to put some fluid in the train so we can start this thing up. So I've got the filler tube going down into the dipstick and then it comes up into this funnel. So I'm just gonna pour everything into this funnel and let it drain down. It'll probably take like 15 minutes or so. We'll get all the fluid in. I know some people are gonna ask what fluid I'm using since some other fluids that we've been using are discontinued. We are now using the Redline MT90 with the lightweight shockproof. So one thing of lightweight shockproof, 3 things of MT90, and that should be good for our transmissions. The rear diff has modal 90 PA in there, so fill up this trans so we can start it, Matt! What if that just... I've got the transmission filled up now. Like I said, 3 quarts of MT90, 1 quart of lightweight shockproof. I've got the coolant funnel put on the coolant expansion tank. We are ready to start. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it don't blow up like last time. Matt, hit me with a quick prayer.
Prayer?
Yeah. Bless this OEJ so it don't do the blow up job.
Well, Mr. Fancy Man Hawkeye.
Hawkeye?
Fuck, we fucked up already.
Dude.
Ugh.
Dude, not cool.
No, now you're freaking broken.
Now you pissed it off. Glob, glob, schmlob.
Dear Mr. Blob, don't slob on my knob. Start up properly and be a good man. Hello, friends on YouTube. Are you trying to start it?
Yeah.
Because you have a habit of leaving your crank sensor unplugged.
Plug that in. I have to reset ECU again.
Don't start it. Quick.
On the bright side, I guess we just built oil pressure.
I don't know. This is
100 times. Why am I nervous?
and this is a relatively chill build, so.
It blow up! Suck it down.
Pull up, pull up!
Drive it.
That thing's loud. Trying to get this thing to 205 degrees to kick the fans on. Trying to get all the air out of the cooling system so we don't have to do it later. It's at 203! You can't see it though, but we're getting there. We got 205. The fans kicked on, just like it should. And more bubbles! It's like, and I'm on, and I'm off. Those Boyos do work, man. Remember, we're on a bass tune just to be able to start, so I can't get too ham. This is my first unequal length powered Subaru, aside from like OEM factory headers. It does sound pretty good, okay? I'll give you that. It sounds good. I'm gonna keep trying to get focus! Keep trying to get the last of the bubbles out of the cooling system. Then we'll shut this thing down and send this log over to our tuner. Don't know why I was so nervous for the first start on this one. I guess it was just anxiety from the last time when we did the first start and it blew up. There you go. There's your proof. I can put an EJ together. Last one was just pooped. JK, that one's your proof. Any of them are your proof. We'll give it like 2 more revs. And if we don't see any bubbles, we'll turn it off. I'm seeing a little bit. Yeah, this thing's doing fucking phenomenal, man. This thing's doing great. You're doing great. Please don't overfill. Oh, thank God you stopped right there. I need to finish bleeding that, so I got to get the car up in the air, turn it left, right, left, right, left, right, to push air out of the system. So we'll do that in a minute, but I'm gonna let this thing chill for a sec. Okay, so I've got that log emailed out. So once we get a revision, we can actually get the car out of the garage and actually go drive it a little bit. There are a couple things I am gonna do to it before we get it out of the garage. I do want to lower it down just a hair, just a little bit, like maybe a half an inch. Do a quick garage alignment on it, drive it directly to Subaru. Subaru's the first place we're gonna go because I have to get the ABS system bled, and that's not something we can do. We need SSM4 to be able to do that. They have to go into the software and actuate the valve for the ABS module to bleed all of the air out of it, because we did replace that module. It does look like it worked because our parking light and ABS lights and all that stuff are not coming on the dash anymore, which is a beautiful sign. So next thing we're gonna go ahead and do, bleed the power steering just to get that out of the way. So I'm gonna leave the car off, get it up in the air. I'll probably start it after I've turned it left, right, left, right, left, right a couple times, just to be able to push any excess air out. We need to get that thing bled so it's not super choppy anymore. I'm guessing I just spilled fluid somewhere. So I'm gonna have to, before I can even drive this car, I'm gonna have to re-bleed the brakes again. I have brake pressure, but I don't have a lot of it. They are brand new brakes and everything like that, but brake pressure should be greater than what it is right now. My pedal pretty much goes all the way to the floor before I can get any pressure. So, I mean, honestly, dude, I'm just stoked that it runs again. This isn't gonna be a crazy long video. I just wanted to, I wanted to get this video out tonight because you guys are seeing this like an hour after I filmed this, just so I can get back on schedule of every other day and keep myself to that, because that's one of the things that motivates me and drives me. So, sick. I'm just pumped it works again. And we didn't have an engine failure. So tomorrow, there'll probably be one or two more videos on this car before we jump to blue. I'm still gonna be starting on blue on Friday regardless, but there's probably gonna be 1 or 2 more on this one first. Getting it ready for the street and then getting it out on the street. So, sick, dude. Ow, I hit my head. I'm super pumped about this. Dude, that thing looks so good. There's something about a blob eye, man. Can't go wrong with a blob eye. And then this is the last thing I wanted to show you guys. This is going in, this is the power steering rack for blue. This is an electronic rack from a 2019 WRX. If anyone else was considering doing this swap where you swap to an electronic rack, you have to get one from a 2019 Plus, because the power distribution system for the 2019 Plus does not go through the CAN system like it does in the 15 to 18s. So the 2019 and Plus electronic racks, you do not need that. So if you're gonna do this swap, keep in mind you need 2019 Plus. This will bolt directly into that WRX subframe. You cannot use an STI subframe with this rack. It does bolt up in different spots. That's the whole reason we had to get that other subframe. But sick, dude. I'm super pumped this is here. A little bit shorter of a video today, so dude, we got our 04 STI running again. We got 2 of them running right now. 2 of the powerhouses running. Actually, I don't know if I consider this one a powerhouse. We got like these 2. The WRX and the STI both work, all right? That is like 2 good operational cars that I've had. The RS kind of ran well, and I'm not even gonna count that car at all. And then blue's down. So with not counting the RS, we're 2 for 3 on running vehicles right now, which is solid. So sweet, pumped about this. So that's all I got for you guys on this one. Successful first start, no blown up engines. It's always a good day. So if you guys like the video, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, cyan, whatever color it turns for you. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to be, one of these corners, no idea which one I'll put it in quite yet. But with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, homies. Woo!